Yeah, baby, I just started. Sunday morning, she woke up fighting mad. On and on about the time that I had. And by Tuesday, you could say that girl was good as gone. And when Thursday rolled around, I was on my own. Hey, Lucy. So I went for a drive on I-65. Went for a drive to clear my mind. Ended up at a shell on I-65. Hey, Karana. Good evening to you. And I won $100 on a scratch-off ticket. Bought 2 12-packs and a tank of gas with it. I like that song. I can't remember all the words, though. Hey, Steve. Good to see you. Good morning, everybody. It's morning in Washington, D.C. Hey, Joy Bell. Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. Hey, Lucille. Good morning. So the topic today, what I want to know from my Filipina subscribers is what qualities, hey, Kai, what qualities do Western men possess that you want that Pinoys do not possess? So what's different between Western guys and Pinoys? And why do you like Western guys? Hey, Rosita. And if you're not a Filipina, you can talk about just the men in your own country. Why you would prefer to have a Western boyfriend. So I went for a drive to clear my mind. Ended up on a shell on I-65. Hey, baby. And I won $100 on a scratch-off ticket. Bought 2 12-packs and a tank of gas with it. She was sure they were a waste of time. Oh, but she was wrong. Oh, well. I love to sing, but I always butcher the lyrics. That's why I like Videoke so much. Because on Videoke, they have it on the screen, and I can remember what the lyrics are. All right, guys. Everybody say hi to Mira. She just joined us. Hey, Michael. Hydesville. Yeah, you're a neighbor. Hey, Steve. Yeah, that's right, Steve. Other than our light skin and pointy nose. And like Mira and I were out on the boat fishing, and I was showing her how I turn red from the sun. So that was kind of funny. Sunday morning, man, she woke up fighting mad. On and on and on about the time that I had. Hey, Karana, yeah, my vacation was great. I had a blast. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to come back home. It was so much fun. If I didn't have to work, I wouldn't have come back probably. Cebu is lovely, Lucy. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you. So I went for a ride to clear my mind, ended up at a Shell on I-65. And I won $100 on a scratch-off ticket, bought 2 12-packs and a tank of gas with it. She swore they were a waste of time, I'll bet she was wrong. Yeah, so Karana, are you from Cebu City originally, or? Thank you, Lucy. Yes, everybody say good evening to Mira. It's almost 9 p.m. in Cebu and almost 8 a.m. here in Maryland. So, ladies, I want your thoughts on Western men. What qualities do Western men have that you prefer over, say, Pinoy, Filipino men? Or if you're in another country, let's say Malaysia, why would you prefer a Western guy rather than a Malaysian guy? You know. So Karana's from Manila, but she's been to Cebu. Yeah, Cebu's lovely. I love it there. Of course, I'm biased. I have family there and stuff, but hey, Lucy, can you find me a boyfriend? You're on your own with that, Lucy. But I met Mira on Date in Asia, so it takes a little. It does take a little work to meet somebody on these dating sites, but it can be done. Yeah, hey Steve, I hear you, man. I didn't want to come back either. I had a blast, and then we Mira and I went over to Siargao, and that was really fun too. And I love Siargao. I just love that island. It's it's very nice and quiet and provincial, if you will, compared to Cebu City. Thing about Cebu City is they have everything there. I mean, it's a city, so you can pretty much find anything you want. Tons of malls and all that kind of stuff. Siargao, yeah, Lucy. Siargao is like a paradise. Um, but the resources there are somewhat limited, you know. So, um, but it's nice, and it's about a 1 hour plane flight. As a matter of fact, the video just came out. I just released the video. Amir and I going over to Siargao on Cebu Pacific Sebgo plane. And then, you know, I tell you one thing that kind of torqued me off a little bit was Philippine Airlines had an airplane broken down. Now, the airport in Siargao only has 2 parking spaces for airplanes, only 2. So there's a plane that's broken down in one of the parking spaces, right? So when we landed, all the planes had to go one at a time. So we actually had to wait at the end of the runway until the plane that's leaving got out of its parking spot so we could go in. And that delayed us for quite a bit of time. And then when we left, 3 days later, 4 days later, that plane was still there and still broken down. And they're operating that airport, you know, just with one parking spot. So that kind of, but hey, it's more fun in the Philippines, right, guys? I guess Philippine Airlines didn't want to get that plane taken care of. I spent a night in Cebu City. But yeah, we had a blast. We had a blast over there. So, ladies, tell me, why do you like Western guys as opposed to, say, a Pinoy guy? Yeah, Lucy, they call it vaping, actually. It's a electronic cigarette. I quit the ones that you light with a match. I quit that a long time ago. I do these electronic ones now. Vaping, they call it. So I went for a drive to clear my mind, ended up at a Shell on I-65. And I won $100 on a scratch-off ticket, bought 2 12-packs and a tank of gas with it. She swore they were a waste of time, oh, but she was wrong. And I was caller number 5 on the radio station. One 4-day, 3-night beach vacation. Deep sea senorita fishing down in Panama. And I don't have to see my future mother-in-law anymore. Oh Lord, when it rains, it pours. All right, so what's going on here? You guys are talking about my vaping, but you're not telling me what is it about Western guys that you like that you don't like about Pinoy guys, huh? So, and don't forget to hit the like button too. I know a lot of you are watching on your phone, and I'm not sure where the like button is on the phone. Yeah, Shargal was Shargal. I love Shargal. So, yeah, I guess. Well, Karana's telling us something. She thinks Western man is hardworking. Yeah, I mean, and these are generalizations, ladies. So, don't. I mean, there's exceptions to every rule. I know a lot of Western guys that are slackers, and a lot of hardworking guys like me. And I know hardworking Pinoys too. But I think in general, yeah, some of it has to do with the culture. I think too. So, do you think Western guys are more loyal, less likely to cheat on you in a relationship? And so Lucy says most of them are not faithful. Yeah, that's what I was just asking. There's a lot of cheating going on in relationships, huh? So, Carano, what about your friend from New York and Florida? I went for a drive to clear my mind. Ended up on a shell. Ended up at a shell on I-65. And so you think Western guys are more loyal? I think they are. Not all, but most. Hardworking and good men. Yeah. Yeah, that's a it's true of a lot of Western men in our culture. We're taught to work hard and make a good living. From the time that we're very young. Hey, Dirt Angler, what's up, buddy? How you doing? So I went for a ride to clear my mind. Ended up at a shell on I-65. And Dirt Angler, you know where I-65 is. And I won $100 on a scratch-off ticket. What, 212 backs and a tank of gas with it. Swore they were a waste of time, oh, but she was wrong. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Steve. And especially on these dating sites, it takes a lot of, I don't know how many girls I talked to until I found Mira, but it was a lot. It was a lot. But when I found her, I was pretty happy about that. Yeah, Lucy, that's true. A lot of communication is very important. It's very important that you talk about things. Actually, I have some videos coming out in the next couple of weeks where I discuss these kind of things, but that's why I thought I'd bring it up on the live and get your thoughts about it. Hey, somebody gave a thumbs up. That's right. Hit that like button. Okay, so what other qualities do Western guys have? So we know that. Do you think maybe Western guys are more mature, or another way to think about it is a lot of times The Western guy is, 10 or 20 years older than the Filipina is. And so just by virtue of the fact that he's older and he's lived longer and he's more mature. And so um, if you're looking at a Pinoy boyfriend and he's your same age, or a Western guy that's say 20 years older, the guy that's 20 years older is going to be more mature. Does any of that factor into your thinking on? Is that a kind of thing that you would consider? Because it's not uncommon, to see a young Filipino, not not necessarily young, but a Filipina that's say 10 or 20 years younger than her Western boyfriend, and are walking through the streets of Cebu hand in hand, and a very happy couple. It's not unusual to see that at all. Matter of fact, that's Mira and I. You know. Hey, Charmaine, how are you? Thanks for joining us. So we're talking about what qualities do Filipinas get, or what qualities are Filipina looking for in Western guys that they can't get from Pinoy, from Filipino guys. So I went for a drive on I-60, for a drive to clear my mind. Ended up at a Shell on I-65, and I won $100 from a scratch-off ticket. Bought 12 packs and a tank of gas with it. She sure they were a waste of time, but she was wrong. I was calling number 5 on the radio station on a 4-day, 3-night beach vacation. See Senorita fishing down in Panama, and I don't have to see my future mother-in-law anymore. Oh Lord, when it rains, it pours. I had that song stuck in my head. Sure, you can make a request, Lucy. Doesn't mean I can do it, but you can request it. So what do you think, guys? What about age difference? Is that an issue for you? Do you want a Western guy that's 20 years older? Is that a problem for you? An Elvis Presley song. I don't remember any right off the top of my head. I'd have to go look. And I don't want to do that right in the middle of the live. But I believe I have some around here somewhere. Like I said, I wish I had videoke, because then I would have the lyrics in front of me. As a matter of fact, my stepson CJ, is an excellent chef, very good chef. And so I have 3 stepchildren. Shara, my stepdaughter, she's the oldest, and then CJ, he's the chef, and then Christian, he's still in college. And so the 3 of them opened a restaurant right next to our house in Minglanilia called Log Cow Restro. Lagkaw, Log Cow. It's right across from Gaisano Mall. So if you're in the area, stop by and check it out. And while I was in Cebu, we went down to visit, actually a couple of times. First time, Mira and I went down, and we invited my family to come up and eat with us. And then the second time we went, we invited Mira's family to come, and it was fun both times. But Mira posted a video of me singing karaoke. I think it was doing "Fly Me to the Moon and Let Me Sing Among the Stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore." I forget the words. See, if I have them in front of me on the karaoke, I'm not too bad. I won't forget them. But otherwise, I tend to forget the words. I forget the lyrics. Hey, just Lynn, LDR. So you're in a long distance relationship, huh? And good morning to you. Oh, from Arizona. Yeah, it is morning for you. You're a couple of hours before me. I guess about 7 o'clock there in the morning. So anyway, what we're talking about is what qualities in Western guys do Filipinas get that they don't get from Pinoy, Filipino guys. And of course, just about anything else. Anyway, Mira posted that video of me, and you can. We're singing and dancing and carrying on and having a real good time. I think I was on Facebook. She posted that. So no more thoughts? No more thoughts on what you want from... So how about... Hey, Troy, how are you? So how about your thoughts on what do you want from Western men? In other words, besides what qualities are different than Pinoys, what do you ladies want? Could be all men, any man, actually, not just Western guys. But and the reason I ask this is because, like I said, I've been doing some videos lately to answer questions in comments that people make in the comment section of the videos. And like one of the comments I get a lot of is, "Oh, Filipinos just want your money," and all that kind of stuff. And they talk about scammers and all that kind of stuff. But take care of the whole family, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. I believe that's correct. It's more of an individual thing, but people tend to generalize on, especially on YouTube and in the comments, and they seem to think that, well, all Filipinos are this way or that way, and they're not. They're as individual and different as every other individual is on this planet. But there are some generalities in cultural upbringing, and that kind of stuff. Um, just the fact that in the Philippines, families are extremely important, much more important than, say, in the USA. Um, in the USA, I don't see my cousins very often, maybe once in a while. My nieces, nephews, and all that kind of stuff, I very seldom see them. Maybe on a holiday, somebody throws a party and they invite me and I go over. Um, but otherwise, I'm not hanging out with them all the time. Unlike in the Philippines, where family members are together all the time and they're hanging out, even if they're not living in the same place, um, uh, necessarily in the same house, but they're still close by and are always together. So, Pinoy man is more conservative to his girl. I'm not sure what that means, Karana. Can you elaborate on that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean by that. And don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, baby. Fly me to the moon and let me sing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. There you go, baby. Filipinos are judgmental. Yeah, well, I know a lot of Americans that are judgmental too. So I'm not sure that that's a quality unique to just Filipinos. Yeah, I know that, Lynn. I agree with you. That's another. Um, so many generalizations out there. There was a who was oh shoot. There was a model, Playboy, or yeah, or something like Playboy or something, and she married a really old guy, and but there was some kind of sadness in her life. She had a place, I think, in the Bahamas, in the islands off of the coast of Florida in the U.S., and her son passed away or something. I can't remember what her name was. Thanks, Troy. No, Lynn is not Lynn. Mira, Mira is from Cebu City. Yeah, but yeah, I think I found a good woman there too. So she's my baby. Yeah, I mean, um, hey, Gloria, good to see you. So we're talking about what qualities do Western men have that Filipinas like that are different from, why would you choose a Western guy as opposed to a Filipino guy? Yeah, uh, you really, the generalizations just don't fly, really. I mean, I'm sure that there are good women in Manila as well, you know? So, I mean, it's just a matter of finding the right ones and that kind of stuff. Um, Maybe the culture of the city. I've never been to Manila, so I can't really speak to it. My friend Jeff Lee Brown, who has another YouTube channel, I think it's called Philippine Fun Channel, something like that. Anyway, Jeff, he's always in Manila, and he sees the good and the bad. But there seems to be a lot of good ladies in Manila as well. So it's hard to make these generalizations. They usually don't hold up to intellectual scrutiny. Yeah. Once again, generalizations. Hey, bro, faithful, honest, employed. Treat them good, and they'll treat you good. Hey, that's my buddy Bruce, my fishing buddy. How's your shoulder coming, buddy? Hopefully, you're healing up real well. Yeah, so I think there are good people everywhere, and there are also bad people everywhere, and you gotta be tuned into it. Um, I was talking about the other day with some people, and it's like um, I get a lot of this from people at my work, at my office. Um, the I always tell the story about the first time I went to the Philippines. There was a friend of mine, work worker guy that works with me, and he was convinced I was going to be kidnapped. Oh, that's good, Bruce. July for X-ray. He said, "That's right. It pays to be big and strong, right, buddy?" Hey, Jarno, thank you for popping in. That's a very good point. That um, girls are all women, and this is not just Filipinas. So all women on the planet, everywhere, are always looking to have a better life. And when they're looking for a prospective partner, they're looking at somebody that can take care of the household, the family, not meaning take care of their entire family, but at least if they're thinking about getting married and having a couple of babies and starting a home, they're they're interested in somebody that can make that happen, that can provide for that. And all women on the planet, I believe, are looking for the same thing. Yeah, what is it? Malate. Troy, I believe Jeff has done a bunch of videos in Malate walking around through there. But yeah, sorry you've been robbed there. Um, the you really gotta when you first arrive in the Philippines or anywhere in a foreign country, you need to have your head on a swivel and be paying attention to everything that's going on. After you've been there for a few times, you start to get the feel for the place, and it's not so bad. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I've never been to Manila. Hey, Libyan. I like baby. I keep you too. That's right. Keep pressing that like button. Libby Ann changed her name. What was your old name? Yeah, Jarno, you're right. One of the things that I know with me in particular, good night, Gloria. One of the things that I like about Filipina in general and Mira in particular is those traditional Catholic values. With me being a Catholic, essentially, and um, the kind of upside down Western world that liberalism and feminism have infested the place, and know, um, so I agree with that to a very large extent. Not, besides the fact that I kind of have an Asian fetish thing going on too, but okay. Oh, okay. I don't know. My guitar channel's my name, but yeah, whatever floats your boat. That's cool. Do you want us to call you Liz, Elizabeth, Libby? What would you like us to call you, Libby? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Steve. I do too. I think Mira's using her name. Yeah, that's Mira's name. Well, I kind of like Elizabeth, but I think it's a pretty name. Matter of fact, we were just talking about something Elizabeth Mall in Cebu, and there's a hotel there. Oh, trying to remember the name of it. One channel or something like that. And so my stepdaughter, she's over in Hong Kong right now. She actually got a vacation. She works for the government of Cebu. Maybe it's the government of the Philippines. I'm not sure which. But anyway, she also organizes these conventions and stuff like that for the government people, and she uses that hotel. She was telling me about it. And so I think I'm going to try it out the next time. This last trip, I tried out Uncle Tom's Cabin Hotel, and that was a pretty nice place, wasn't it, baby? I know Mira liked it, and I would recommend it as well. The only thing I didn't like about Uncle Tom's was the showers. We had trouble getting the hot water to work right in the shower. But everything else about the hotel was nice. They had a nice um, lobby and bar, and the food was good, and all that stuff was really good. And it's near it's near the Capitol building in Cebu, on Osmeña Boulevard, just off of that, on a street called Yap Street. And the price was okay. I usually like to keep the hotel prices. Okay. Yeah. But I like to keep the prices around the $30 a night range. The Red Planet Hotel, which I've stayed at a lot of times, is nice, but the rooms are too small. The rooms are small. However, the shower is nice, and so I guess it depends on how much time you're going to spend in there. But the Red Planet Hotel didn't have a lobby, bar, or restaurant or anything like that. Uncle Tom's had free breakfast every morning, which was also really good. So we enjoyed that very much. And the lobby was nice because people could come to see us, and we could meet them in the lobby and hang out, get a shawarma or, a beer or whatever. So, yeah, nice place to stay. Problem was the shower. So I'm going to try out this new place by Elizabeth Mall. So I went for a drive to clear my mind, ended up on a shell on I-65. And I won $100 on a scratch off ticket, bought 2 12-packs and a tank of gas with it. She sure they were a waste of time, all but she was wrong. I was caller number 5 on a radio station. Won a 4-night, 3-day beach vacation. Deep sea senorita fishing down in Panama. And I don't have to see my ex-future mother-in-law anymore. Oh Lord, when it rains, it pours. Yeah, I understand Manila's like 14 cities or something, all kind of. Manila's one of them, but like they call Metro Manila is like pretty humongous. I mean, it's really big. Yeah, hey, I'll call you Libby. Yeah, Libby, I actually started out. I started fishing as a very young man, long time ago, and at that time I did a lot of rivers and lakes. Here in Maryland, we have the Chesapeake Bay, which is also very good for fishing, and I fished a lot there too. 2 years ago, when Vivian, right after Vivian passed away, I carried Vivian's ashes back to Cebu and decided that during that trip that I would fly over to Siargao and go deep sea fishing, which is something I had never done before. And so that was really fun. That's when I caught the big Dorado, mahi, and all that kind of stuff. So this trip with Mira, the last trip I made, was my second trip to go deep sea fishing. But yeah, I do a lot of fishing. Matter of fact, Mira and I were just talking about looking for some boats that can maybe take us out there close to Cebu or maybe off from Mactan Island and do some fishing there too. I used to have a boat, Libby. I sold it. I have a little boat out back, but I haven't had it out yet. Where are you, Libby? Oh, Pennsylvania. Okay. Yeah, Pennsylvania's our neighbor to the north. All right, guys. Well, it's been almost an hour we've been going here. And so I think I'm going to wrap this up. And love you, everybody. Thank you very much for hanging out with me this morning, this evening in the Philippines. I appreciate it. Enjoy the fishing, Libby. I love fishing. It's a really fun thing to do. For me, that's my hobby. And but anyway, guys, God bless everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. And I'll check out the video, Libby. Thanks a lot for hanging out this morning. I appreciate it. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And I will see you later.